Okay.
I consent.
I consent.
Oh man. All right.
Like
Well,
how it gives you the option to leave.
I know it's just like either you click it or you get out of town. Come
Yeah.
on. Go all the way back there, follow that trail that's behind me and just keep walking. That's very difficult to do, to point and figure out which direction I'm going, but
Yes.
all right. Well, I say let's hop right in. Let's do a quick question and answer for our characters to learn a little bit more about each other. What was the one that we did last week? We said if you had a choice of what you wanted to eat for dinner,
Yeah.
and that was a really good thing. We
Yeah.
had some really great
this-
responses from all of that. I would also like to say that my favorite part of last session was all the role playing you guys were jumping into. So thank you for like really diving in and being just super willing to have fun with that. It really made it a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun going back and watching the videos from the past session.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's weird to look at your own video though.
It's so surreal, very strange. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. And I'm going to try to do more about making sure that I'm engaging with each of you, like when roles happen and things like that. I always take it as like a teaching moment for myself. I look back and I'm like, oh, okay, this worked well, this didn't. Let's try to incorporate some of those other things. But I meant to say that all before
Every time
we
I switch
started
to the Roll20,
recording and stuff,
my
but-
Zoom.
Oh yeah. Are you still able to hear us though?
And it says again, your internet connection is, yeah, but like this, like it really stutters.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna stay on the
Well, thankfully we can still hear you.
map. Maybe that it doesn't. No, that doesn't work. How am I gonna fix this?
Here, you know what I can do? I can go ahead and pause the audio, and that should help reduce the lag on the system.
Hope so.
There we go. And we can just leave it like that for now. I think that's all of the audio sources right there. Although now the ambience is like, oh wow, it's suddenly quiet. All right. So today's question for your characters: you are walking through the woods when you hear a cry for help out beyond the bushes. What would be your character's response? Like how would Ilya respond to that?
I probably would just run over it and go behind a tree so I can see it without being seen.
Okay. What about Amara? What would Amara do during this?
I'd fly right over and check everything out up front and personal.
Okay. And what about Sig?
Sig would probably unsheath his sword
Oh,
and call out, "Hark, who is needing Sig's help, and from what?"
okay. All right. That gives us a little bit of a glimpse into each character's mindset. I like it. Okay, cool. I appreciate
Little
it.
more cautious.
Little more cautious. Like he's gonna try to ascertain the situation a little bit, kind of like Ilya, looking at it from the side and trying to see what she can see all quiet like.
Yeah, like
Man,
I've fallen for this trick before.
a way to rely on your past experiences there, and keeping yourself safe. And then Amara just flying right in, heedless of the danger. That's where your heart's at on that. I like it. All right, let's go ahead and start with the Roll20. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna see if we can be able to roll a d20 in here, and we're gonna go with highest number has to tell the recap from the previous session. Rules being, if you get a 20, you can actually pick who gives the recap from the previous session.
Oh, that's so mean. I hope I don't roll.
If you get a 1, then you have to roll. Then you have to do the recap. So let's
Okay,
see.
so D20 then, yeah.
Yep,
I'll
and
just
so
roll.
just as a reminder on how to do it, /R 1d20 will roll your stuff. Sig with a perfect 2.
Got it.
Oh, Mara with the 1.
Oh,
Oh, no.
perfect.
Come on.
I love how you're
It's gonna
getting the low
suck.
rolls out right now. And Ilya with the 4. Oh my goodness. Well,
It's rough.
I rolled
the
highest.
do what?
I rolled highest.
You did roll highest. But as I said, not 20 you get to choose, not 1 you have to do it.
You gotta fight.
Yep. So Amara, can you please regale us with the events of last session?
Yeah. Last session, we were in the forest and got attacked by birds and other gross creatures that might have been food at any other point in my life. But,
You could
Ilya,
probably go back there and do it,
Ilya particularly hated them. Then we vanquished that threat and we made our way to the town because we want to figure out like the source of all this evil stuff. And we go to this tavern. Oh, and I met this wonderful tavern keeper with a beard.
Mm-hmm.
And then he let me touch it, which was great. I think we had some food, or we were going to have food. Then we went to the blacksmith because we found out that things were going on with the kids disappearing, and the 2 blacksmith's apprentices had information. We were going there to talk to them. I don't even remember what they said, but they did send us to maybe an armorer so I could possibly get armor, which would be really great, especially if it could fit like around my wings. They got to be functional. Otherwise, I might as well have nothing. And then we haven't made it to the armorer shop yet.
That's right. Yeah, you guys left off right there at
We're
the
gonna go back though to the tavern because there's someone we have to talk to outside the tavern, and we also were gonna eat food and rest.
And Latin's got the 2 boys. They told us about travelers that were there and that read to them from an old book.
Oh
Something about
yes.
Shishi or Shishi. And they saw something during a camping trip by the orchard. And
Mhm.
the boy who saw something was Hal, and he
Yep.
was the son of the mayor, I think.
Yep, the grandson of the mayor. Mhm.
Apprentice to the taverner.
Yep. And the taverner was Master Fitchweather.
Yes.
He's got the big puffy mustache.
Mayor Dindrix, right?
Mayor Dindrix, that's right. Yeah, Hal was the grandson to Mayor Dindrix, and
Oh, here's my notes.
oh, you did that all without notes? Good job.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where I put how I saved my notes, but I have them.
Nice. Well, thank you for the recap. That was a perfect recap. Yeah, you had a lot of different things that were happening throughout this last session, especially with the discovery of the blight and being attacked by all of those creatures from within the tree. And I think, Sig, you were able to squish a scorpion.
Yeah,
It was all
yeah,
gross.
yeah. That's
My hair. And
it
in my
was
crown.
preying on real life
Right,
phobias.
you know what? That's what D&D is good for. It's exposure to overcome the fears, right?
Yes, yes.
Not fears, just healthy respects of nature and things that can kill you.
Yeah, yeah. No, Sig had 2 big swings of his greatsword that cut through like a horde of rats.
Yes.
And
ravens, I believe.
yeah, yep.
The
The
unkindness.
unkindness of ravens, yes.
We got that one this time.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, so you're currently you're walking out of the office over there in the blacksmith shop. You can be able to see Lud and Scud. They've kind of hurried back over to their stations, and they're keeping their heads down as they're hammering away. And as a reminder, they do point and say that the outfitter's shop is just directly across the street. And they say that if you were to continue up and around the corner and off to the left, you'll hit the bridge, and where the inn is that the mayor runs. So the Mayor Dendrix, she's in charge of the inn that sits on the other side of the bridge. They also reminded you gnomish people over there that have kind of set up shop right outside of the bridge. There's some of the last bit of strangers that have come through the town as of late. So which direction do you want to go? You can hear the sounds of the smithy ringing now throughout the street, and you can see there's still a group of kids that are playing tag, and people typically going about their day. The air does smell a little bit ashy from all of the smoke at the large bonfires up in the orchard. That's about what you can be able to sense right now where you are.
I think we first should get Amara some armor.
No, we can go check out that place and see if they have something.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll you walk across
Hey,
the
someone's coming.
do what?
Where do we walk?
Sorry, the thing was frozen for a second.
Yeah.
Someone was at the door.
Oh, gotcha. Yep. So right over on this side of the street where I'm pinging is where the shop is.
So moving across the street. Walking by the children.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying.
you go by the children, and some of them start darting around you as well. Oh, are you there, Leah?
When I move me, I stop.
My roll 20 is.
Okay, I think I've got all the. Do we need to reload roll 20? I don't think I've got anything else on here
It's
going.
working for me. The Zoom is coming in kind of broken for the two ladies.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Timothy, you're coming in fine.
Perfect. I should change my name on there. I still have it listed as my middle.
Hmm.
It depends on
DM.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
when
Lydia.
I do something in roll 20, that's when Zoom starts.
I
DM,
can't
Tim.
find the notebook that I was using. I remembered coming across it many times during the week because it started out with glazed ham.
Oh, perfect.
That was that was the answer to the first question.
That was the answer to the first question. I love it.
Glazed ham.
Is roll 20 working for you now?
Well,
I see you coming through very clearly.
I'm just getting that on my screen.
It's more that I don't hear.
A for
Alright.
technical.
Hmm.
All right, that's
Hey,
set
I'm
up
moving.
fine. I'm checking the settings to see if there's anything. Do you have
Yeah,
chat
it's probably here, because
avatars
it keeps
turned
saying my
on?
connection. But I have.
I'm gonna turn off the chat avatars on that for a second.
4G plus, so my connection.
I actually don't know where we're going.
Right.
Well, we can move each other, right? Can somebody just move me
Let's see
along?
if that makes any difference. Yeah, we can move you along. We're walking across the street
Weren't
and
we
it's
going across the square to the, yeah, what's it? General store?
yes, yeah, you're going across over to this building over on this side. You see in front of you a large wooden building that has these beautiful red tiled or red overlaid tiles on its roof. It seems to be one of the more well-kept buildings within town. Not that the rest of the town is shabby by any means, but you can tell that this has a little bit of extra money poured into it. So it seems to be a rather nice establishment for just a stopover town such as Rehoboth. And as you start to approach, you do see a woman on the inside of it who is dressed in silks. She apparently looks to have this air of importance about her. And she turns and sees you as you're entering in and warmly welcomes you into her establishment. Yeah, especially
Thank
so.
you, good lady.
Yeah, she turns and looks at you and specifically says, "Welcome to the Twilight Grain General Market. Please take your time looking around and let me know if you have any questions or any way that I might be of assistance." And then
Oh,
she turns and starts looking down right at a book in front of her.
I have a question.
Yes, and she kind of like leans over the counter and looks down at you since you're still walking, and
Mhm.
I think your head probably comes right up to the counter height. Yes, child. Yes, my dear. How can I help you?
I'm in the market for if there is any armor that might fit me, you know, around my wings. It has to be light because, you know, I'm small.
I believe if you pardon me, if you go over to the children's section, which is over at the and she points to the back corner of the store. It's right over there by the door. There we have an assortment of all sorts of armors that typically the children or the young boys and girls like to use in their war games and their adventures and things like that. But if you would go take a look at those, I'm sure we can find something that would be amenable, and we can make modifications for your wings. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, and as you look around, you can be able to see that everything in the store is fairly well kept. It's surprisingly well stocked for the size of the town. It seems that they've got a number of armaments that are spread out on the tables that all have the initials of the armorers that are over across the street written on them. So or hammered into them. So you can be able to tell that everything has been locally sourced in this place. And if you are interested in actually getting anything, we can be able to use the adventuring gear that's listed within the player's handbook. The prices that are within there are going to be what I'm basing this off of. So just so you know, that's page 150 if you're actually using the book itself.
I don't have the book.
Sounds good. Depending on what you want, we can talk to you about it. So they have everything from your adventuring gear, so your focuses, baskets, ropes, caltrops, climbers kits, to different sets of weapons and armor. Armor wise, let me just double
Is there
check.
explorer gear?
Yes, there is explorer's gear.
Mhm.
What's that?
So they have a few different things that you can be able to get for Explorer gear. Let's see, if you wanted to go with the actual tools themselves, they've got navigator's tools, which would be really helpful for if you're wanting to get into map making. And as you're looking around, the establishment owner, she introduces herself and she says, if you're needing anything, just call out for Lori, and I can be able to help you. Those tools that are over there, yes, that might actually come in handy. There's quite a number of towns around here. We'll pay very handsomely for a well-made map, especially given how dangerous these lands surrounding us are. I mean, there's a reason that we have patrols that go out and march around the edges of the city and watch the riverbanks. It's not an easy time to be out and about these days. So yeah, you can be able to see just about everything out there. Component pouches, climbers kits. They've got block and tackle if you're wanting to do anything for pulling objects. They've got fishing equipment. You know what? Let me just do this as well. I'm going to send you a link so you have a list.
Okay.
I've already started out with most of this stuff with my adventuring gear kit.
Yes.
Yeah. But I started out with gold and I need to get all that. I need to buy it.
Collections. Sources. There we go.
Showing I only have 10 silver pieces though.
I'm going to,
Where's the link?
I'm grabbing it right here and pasting it into chat.
Thank you.
So there's armor. If you look on the left-hand side of the screen where you're looking at that, there's 3 different drop downs. You've got the armor and shields, you've got weapons, and you've got adventuring gear. They don't have the splinter plate if you're going for heavy armor. They typically, excuse me, they don't have plate. They do have splint.
It's okay. I can't use heavy armor for
Sounds good.
my race. It has to be light armor.
I
Makes
think you would
sense.
fall. I don't think your wings would support a plate.
But yeah, they've
Yeah.
got padded, they've got the leather, they've got studded leather.
It'd be like trying to do gymnastics in one of those big sumo party.
Or trying to swim with a bike tire.
I'm gonna look at the leather armor and just see if that fits good.
Go ahead and you pick it up, you take a look, and it looks like the shoulders where your wings would typically be able to fit through. It doesn't look like it would fit exactly, but when you hold it up, Lori does see it and she says, yes, if that is what you'd like to go with, that would be very nice with your complexion, and it would offer you exactly the type of defense that you need. I can have our boys across the way modify that for you, and it should be ready within just the next hour or so. Would that work for you, dear?
I think that would work well. We're going to eat and look around town and probably get some rest. And maybe I can get some adventuring gear.
Perfect. Yes, we can get you taken care of for all of that. So yeah, she'll tell you that it's going to be 10 gold in order to be able to get that, and that's including the modification. The modification is just going to take an hour of work, and she can be able to have Lud and Scud go ahead and take care of that, since you're definitely one of the few sets of people in the town that aren't the normal customers that come through.
Lud and Scud.
Lud and
Love
Scud.
them.
And yeah, I'll probably need like a water skin and a bedroll and like stuff.
Perfect. Yes, we can gladly do that. I also do sell rations here, so if you are planning on going out for a little bit of an adventure, I do carry a lot of the supplies here.
Oh, you have beetles?
beetles? My dear. Uh, what kind of a, you are one of those pranksters. Did Ludden Scud set you up to this?
Oh,
So it gives her a screwy look. Hmm?
no, I mean, beetles are one of my favorite foods, but I will take any rations that you have.
Oh, okay. I can see what we might be able to pull together for you. She turns and looks over at a person that's stocking a shelf behind the counter, and she just kind of looks at her. What's going on with this?
Dig out my
Beetles.
gold pieces to give her 10 gold.
Yeah, you go up there and she opens up a drawstring bag that she has at her purse, at her belt line, and she takes your gold, and she asks her little helper to walk over and take the armor from you, and she ends up walking it across the street to Ludden Scud, out the door.
Great, thank you.
I will leave instruction with them to hold it for pickup for you once it's ready. It should only take about an hour or so. So if you're going to go eat and rest up, you're welcome to do so. I'm sure it'll be done by the time that you're finished with that.
Great. Thank you.
Are you
Sounds good.
staying anywhere in the meantime? Or are you wanting me to give you all of your
Did
stuff
you
right
need
now?
anything else?
Hmm.
Are we staying at the tavern in wherever?
Yeah,
We
we
hadn't
already
really
ordered
discussed
food
that,
there.
but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, once you know, I'll gladly make sure that all of your supplies are sent to the right location.
Hmm.
Great.
You are a fabulous woman.
Why, thank you. I haven't heard that since well, and you see that she has a necklace on, and hanging on the necklace is what looks to be like a ring of sorts.
Hmm.
No matter. Thank you.
So we should go to the tavern, right? Because we're gonna go there and well, we're gonna eat and talk to the we're gonna try and talk to the gnomes in town and speak to that orc and speak to the kids, eat lunch, take a nap.
All the good stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. So which way do you want to go first? And did any of you else wanted to grab
I'm
anything
trying
else
to-
from the adventurer's shop right now?
Zig is good.
And you said Zig is he's only
Yeah,
got
I
a
don't
little
think
bit of money on him right now, right?
Yeah. He's only, it shows only 10 silver
Let
pieces,
me do
which
this.
Yeah, I don't think I have gold at all, so I'm not buying anything.
I did the equipment generation thing
Yeah, me too.
out of the
I-
book.
Standard druid elf equipment.
All
Yeah.
right. Go ahead and so this is from.
Hmm.
I wanted to set this up at the very beginning, but we didn't do it the last session. Go ahead and add 60 gold to everyone.
60 gold.
60 gold to everyone,
Okay.
just as a little starting change. Typically, when you start out the campaign, when it's looking at either equipment or gold, when you're selecting it on D&D Beyond, if you choose the equipment and it gives you everything, versus what it did for Amara, it just gave her the raw gold, which was the equivalent of all the supplies and everything that you started with.
Right.
But I'm fine if you guys start with a little bit of.
I know how I add items, but how do I add gold?
So on your
Uh,
character sheet in the equipment section, so if you go over to inventory,
Equipment, yeah. Starting equipment or gold or add items.
there is a currency button up to the top right of that.
Yeah.
You can click on that,
I see it.
and it
And
has the adjust currency button at the bottom.
60.
You don't want Amara to add 60 gold.
No, Amara as well.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
That's a lot of gold.
Yeah. that makes me wonder, does she have health potions?
I have a small supply of health potions. She opens up a cabinet and you can be able to see there are 4 stoppered vials that she has in this medical holding tray. These are the last 4 that I have on me.
Wow, those are really interesting.
What they cost?
Yes, my dear. Well, I mean, it's not a very easy thing to be able to make these. It takes being able to find an individual who knows the right incantations. But health potions such as these typically run 50 gold.
50 gold. I'll take one.
Go for it. All right. Yeah. So once you add that item, whoever is buying any, just add a standard potion of healing to your inventory. And if you need a tutorial on how to add that inventory to your
Yeah,
stuff.
no, I'm looking, but I only see the greater potion right now.
I'm going to look and see if she has any tools for like artificer tools.
You start looking around. She directs you to the front table and the edge of the store where you had walked in, and you can see there's a number of what looked to be like coffins that had been set up for display, which is kind of odd for this type of a shop. But beside the coffins, there was a table that has a wide assortment of tools that have been organized into individual boxes. You go over to one, and it's this little tool chest type of thing that looks like it has 2 latches on the side of it. Yes, dear. The artificer's types of tools are right there.
Oh,
We don't get much interest in those. There's only one other person in this town that has ever come in here for replacement sets of those.
oh, who would that be?
Oh, Muckdoth. Have you not run into Muckdoth? She's the fierce. You would probably see her as the bodyguard. That is. She's either in front of the tavern right now or over by the inn. I'm not sure which day she's at.
Well, great, thank you. What's your name? I didn't ask.
I'm Lori. It is nice to meet you, Amara.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yes, I am the owner and operator of this establishment.
I think I'd like to buy these tools. How much are they?
The armors, let's see, Tinkerer's tools is basically what I'm treating them as, since it's not officially in the DMG.
Mm-hmm.
So they are 50 gold.
Okay, I'll buy that.
All right. You open it up and you can be able to see that it has a number of different implements for tweaking. You've got some fine pliers that are used for making modifications to looks like rings, and they've got some spare metal plates, metal rings that are in there, so several sets of rivets, and some punches for being able to assemble this, and a few small hammers and an anvil actually in there as well, a little miniature anvil.
Great.
Travel anvil, if it were.
Thank you.
No, most definitely. And I can't help but wonder, are all of you here for the problem up that way? And she kind of points out the door towards the orchard.
Yes, we are.
Sure.
Most unfortunate news that. Well, I know that the town is very grateful to have you here. A lot of the townsfolk may not say anything directly to you, but I see them all. They all come through and they all stop and shop here. So I can definitely say that having you here will do a number for their spirits, and I'm sure that the town will be indebted to you for whatever assistance you are able to provide. Just stay safe out there. It's not a trivial matter going about these lands. It's always been dangerous, but as of late, the danger has just been seemingly ratcheted up, more so than I've been able to deal with in my time. But just keep that in mind, that there are those of us within the Merchants Guild that would like to see a place such as this
Can I ask one
stabilized.
question? Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can I ask one technical question?
Oh, you may.
What's the difference between having something in your backpack or your and there goes my son again.
I can, yeah, you said what's the difference between having it in your backpack versus in your equipment?
Backpack or equipped.
Backpack
Yeah.
or equipment, yeah.
So typically, if you have something that is already equipped to you, then it's a free action to stow or draw. So if you're swapping weapons in the middle of combat, you can drop one to the ground and draw the other as a free action. Whereas if it's something that's within your backpack, it takes an action to open up the backpack, to search through it, find the item that you want, and pull it out.
And how do I switch it from one to the other? Because right now I have my bedroll in my equipment and my potion of healing in my backpack.
Yeah, you can leave that as it is. So typically, the way that I handle potions, is I imagine you've got them about your body somewhere. Either you've got them on a belt, you've got them in a pocket. You know, you've got it on your person. And I prefer the home ruled version of you can drink a potion for a free action. Like I don't take that as a full action to be able to do. If you're gonna pop a potion in the middle of battle, that's just the same thing as doing, you know, dropping a weapon or pulling out a different weapon. That's the way I treat that. If you're
Ooh.
gonna do more than one bottle, then it takes an action. But
Okay.
I think I understand what you're saying, Yinny. Because I'm looking at it and you got the two different tabs. Like I've got an alms box
Yeah,
that I can put stuff in,
when I
a
added the
backpack,
potion-
equipment, and everything that I have got put into the equipment tab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the bedroll in the equipment is like, yeah, why?
Like it doesn't really say where it's being stored, but it's all the equipment that I have. And most of it's like just, it comes with the adventuring gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I added the potion of healing, it asked me. So that's why I wonder what.
Oh, it asked you where you want to put it.
that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
But if you're wanting to move it, what you can do is you can click on the item, and then it's going to
Yep.
open up a thing for quantity, and right
And
below
this says
quantity,
move.
there's a button for move. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
This is my first time using this. It's pretty exciting.
It's a really cool tool. I really love.
They've got a
D&D
lot of it
Beyond.
figured out. Yeah.
They really do.
Perfect.
Like even to the point where if you're, well, as we start getting into higher levels, if you choose to multi-class,
Yeah.
it automatically knows how to handle your, like say you were multi-classing as two half casters. It
Mhm.
knows how to handle the multi-classing casting table, so you know how many spells
Your
of
spell
what
slots
level
get
you know.
balanced
Exactly.
out. That's
Yes.
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
really smart when it
Paladin
comes to that.
Warlock.
Yeah. Or the one that I did last time I was playing, it was a sorcerer 7, cleric 1, bard 1.
Oh wow, yeah, fun.
But you can go crazy with multi-classing with 5e.
Yes, and it's a
I
lot of
saw
fun.
a TikTok video of a guy that made like the ultimate character, and he had like 7 classes, like a bit of this, and you get the plus there, and then a bit of this, so you get plus there, and he like had like everything maxed out.
Oh yeah. Well, there was that one of my favorite podcasts, the Drunks and Dragons, also now known as Greetings Adventurers. They have, oh man, they've got, I don't know, 500 episodes that they've done so far. They've been going steady since like 2012.
Mhm.
one of their characters that they did in a little short burst, there was a guy who repeatedly has his characters killed off, and so he brings in some really annoying characters and they're funny. And one that he made was this absolutely ridiculous like 7 class character.
Oh, wow.
Like 2 levels in this, 1 in this, 3 in this, 1 in this, and it was like a level 14 character that was just 7 different classes.
Nothing past level 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
He was like the bard in what's the movie called? Geek oh, The Geek Awakens? No?
I don't know that one. I'll have to
Mm.
check it.
The D&D movie. It's like really homemade.
Nice.
Fun.
Oh, I can't come up with the name.
Home brewed. So Sig was going to go up to the tavern, but as he sits down, he gets kind of curious about when he did the divine sense,
Yes.
looking for things that are unnatural and evil, and the tree that all
I
of
don't dare move
the
when someone is talking.
things came out of.
Hmm.
So my memory is slowly coming back. I would have been terrible with the recap, but
Oh, you're good. It takes a little bit to get the gears going
Yeah.
again. We're
yeah. Once the brain gets lubed, it's starting to
It's
go
that
smooth
chamomile
now.
milk.
It's only one session.
Yep, still sleeping. But yeah, no, he's gonna go back over to where he had the sense. It was coming from like 3 to 6 feet underground.
Yes. It was coming from 6 feet underground
Yeah.
at the base of the tree.
Base of the tree. Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna go over to that tree
Okay.
and just kind of examine it. Was it this tree here?
No, it was up in the
It was
orchard.
up in the. Okay.
It was up by, it was the tree that all the creatures kind of came from and attacked you.
Okay.
More.
You sensed it at the base of that one.
I'm gonna go over to Ilya
Okay.
and say to her, so good druid. I sense something really nasty over by the tree, and I think I want to go take a look at it. Would you like to come with and maybe the good fairy?
Oh, you're muted.
I can't move my token, but yeah, I'll go.
You can't move your token either?
I don't dare move my token. I can do it, but every time I do, like
I can
Slow, it's just not really moving.
I can move your tokens.
I was gonna say I can move those. I can try to reset roll 20 here in a second and see if that'll help, but
I don't think it's. I think
I
it's
don't
just.
think it's anything on your end
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's working.
because
just
I
fine
keep
for me on
getting
my
them
end.
notice internet connection unstable. He won't do
Okay.
that on your side. It's
Yeah,
just my-
you can't fix it, Tim.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I can move
Hey,
it, but every time I do
Tim,
it,
for me, you're perfect.
Appreciate it, man. You get inspiration.
Ah, yeah.
Bribery for the DM. All right.
DM
Flattery, There
compliments.
you go.
I always got to throw them.
Yeah. It only works once though, so
Oh, okay.
you have to time it out.
Once
uh,
per session.
Once per minute.
Go to builder. Oh, I don't know.
I like that metric.
So you're wanting to go back to the orchards? We can totally do that. If that's
Yeah.
Amara, you had started to say something when your mic was muted. What was it? When Zig asked you.
Oh, wait. I was talking about how I wanted to, like what happened to the whole idea of talking to people and whatever, but we can go back. It's fine. I'll go.
yeah, we still
Well-
have some children to talk to here, and Hal, the apprentice at the tavern.
If you feel this strongly about it, I'll go along.
It's not that I'm feeling strongly. It's just it's bothering me that ickiness was happening, and we still don't really understand it.
Well, we do
We
know.
did talk to Lud and Scud.
Yeah, and they told us that they were camping with Hal, the tavern's apprentice boy, and
Mhm.
Hal saw something during the camping trip by the orchard. So maybe talk to him first before we go back, so we know what to look for.
To the orc or the gnomes?
No, in the tavern. Orchard. I said
Oh.
orchard. In with the trees, by the trees, the apple trees.
How many times do you get a chance to meet an orc?
I didn't say orc. I said orchard.
It depends on where you go.
Yeah.
I've never been anywhere. Well, I've
Well,
been here now.
If you never go anywhere, you're never going to meet anyone. I mean, that's just how it works.
Aren't you going somewhere everywhere you take a step?
Oh wow.
And everywhere you go,
Yeah.
you're going against places you could have.
But I suggest we first go talk to Hal before we go back to the tree.
Well,
Because Hal saw something happen by the trees. So if
The
we
hell?
know.
well, let us go to hell.
So in the tavern where our meal is being made ready, I think.
All right. Head back to the tavern.
Okay.
Grab another seat.
Sounds good. And you know what? You go back over there to the tavern, you can be able to see Master Fitchweather in there. He's busy behind the counter again. He's polishing off what looks to be like a spill that had happened. He's trying to clean up the counter a little bit. Welcome back. Let me go into the back and get your food. We've already got it ready. So he steps away for a second and comes back carrying this tray, and you can be able to smell the spices and aroma coming up off of it. I think Zig would be very happy to see there's large hunks of ham that have been piled up on this plate. And right on top of it, you can be able to smell like the sense of apple and cinnamon and brandy kind of wafting off of these plates as he comes bringing them over.
Do appreciate some gourmet cooking.
Yeah.
Well, these are some of the last apples that we were able to salvage out of store. So please enjoy. And word had came down from the mayor about all that you're doing to help us. So please consider these compliments on the town. And they plate everything in front of you.
Deeply
Oh,
grateful.
nice.
Oh, yummy. Mm. Mhm.
Yeah. So he's like,
Is there anything else that you need?
I think this is wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. Well, if you need me, I'll be over here behind the counter.
and he walks over there behind the counter.
Thank you.
The meal is fantastic.
Is Hal here today?
That's awesome.
How? No. He was supposed to be here today, but I haven't seen him. I suppose he's probably over there at the inn helping out his grandma, the dear old Mayor Dendrix. I suppose that's where he is, at least. It's not typical of him to not show up for his apprenticeship, but sometimes events come up.
Is this the first day he's gone?
Well, it's pretty rare. I can't really think of the last time that he missed out. He's typically a really good boy, and does real hard to try to help out. There's we all know each other pretty well here in the town, so
Hold on.
Yeah, it's not very like him to be missing his shift, but it's okay. We're good still.
Okay.
As a result of eating the meal, you actually all get 3 temporary hit points.
All right.
Yeah, you can be able to feel that something's in the apples that just really boosts the spirits. So if you had any missing health, it heals you, and you get 3 temporary health points.
Awesome.
On top of one max, right?
Yes. So on D&D Beyond, there is a spot up in the top where if you click on your health, it will open up a little temporary thing.
Yeah, I see.
Or there's a spot up in the top right for adding your temporary hit points.
Okay.
And those last until they go away.
That's the third
That's awesome.
extra. I'm very happy with them.
So I was about to say, I think Ilya is no longer quite as squishy. I
You're fine.
think because 3 hit points gives you 30% more health.
Yeah, 33.3. Why do you think I bought the healing potion?
This is true. So, you can be able to spend about an hour or so chowing down inside of here. By the time that, you're finishing up your meal, and Master Fitzweather comes over to help clean off your table and offer you a drink, which he does ask each of you, would you like a drink?
Yes, for sure.
Oh yes, please. I'm
Oh,
parched.
wonderful. I'll be right back with 3 mugs.
So he does. He goes into the back. He gets 3 mugs, comes out and sets them out in front of you, and you're able to enjoy this. While you're in here, the sun starts to come down a little bit. It's now coming through the windows and casting a real good evening glow across the floor of the room. It's a little hazy. It's a little orangey kind of a glow coming through. You can be able to see the smoke from the bonfire is kind of blocking things out up in the sky a little bit. It's other than that, it's a pretty pleasant evening.
It's a beautiful little town.
It's delightful.
Why, thank you. So, have you figured out anything about the orchard yet? Or what's your plan of action?
We are
Anything I can help with?
The
equipment.
hell, but that's gonna be hard.
I'm getting some equipment from Lori over at
Oh,
the shop,
oh,
and
great.
because I need armor and stuff. I don't have any.
Yeah, well, understand, little missy. I wouldn't want you getting hurt out there. It can be dangerous at night, especially.
Definitely. Yeah.
Definitely there's something unnatural and naughty back there.
Well, do you know what it is?
I do not, and I want to find out, but we came here to hopefully get some more information
Okay.
before we head over there and dig out whatever the icky is.
Well, I tell you what, if I hear anything from anybody that comes in, I'll make sure to send them your way. And I apologize if I didn't get your names originally, but can I know who I would be sending them on to? You tell them your
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Honeywood.
Oh, Honeywood, I like that name. I've not heard that one around here.
Well, Honeywood is a pretty distance away.
Oh, okay. Well, I will make sure that anything that I hear, I will make sure to send them directly on to you. If I can't find you, I'll send them over to the inn so you know where they'll be. If you've got any messages, they'll go over there. Okay.
It's
We
really
should
nice.
maybe stay at the inn, right? For some,
I did hear something about the mayor saying that she would help to accommodate your lodgings if that is what you were needing.
oh, most excellent. We definitely need some lodgings. We should have a rest, maybe.
Have you ever stayed inside a house before?
Normally, I sleep outside in the trees.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought, because the whole leaf thing that you did with my face and
Yeah. Would you like another?
gosh.
Yeah, this time he leans over a little bit more enthusiastically, and you can see him blush a little bit.
Oh, no, press that to your face.
Oh, gosh. Well, yeah, you folks take care. Just let me know if there's anything else that I can be able to do for you.
Thank you.
You. And the ham is really, really tasty.
Oh,
Thank you.
it's
Hey,
phenomenal.
it was my own pappy's recipe. Yeah.
Mm.
You can taste it.
Your pappy, 'tis an arty.
It's quite delicious.
Yes, he really was. Bless his soul. I appreciate it. May Suni watch over his soul.
Good sir, yes, and we appreciate all of your help. Yeah, if there is anybody who may know anything at all about the naughtiness of the orchard, please send them our way.
Will do. Will do.
And if anyone knows anything about the travelers who were here a few months ago.
You meaning those folks that were they were all
Yeah, the strange people you told us about.
yeah. I'll try to think if there's anything else that I know about them. You said you already you went and you talked to Lud and Scud already?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but they told us to talk to Hal, but yeah, Hal is not here. So
Yeah, no, I think if you talk to Hal, he'll probably have the best set of information. I don't know. I've only heard things secondhand about it, but
well, second information is interesting as well.
yeah. Well, go ahead.
I'm gonna give well, Mr. Weather.
Fish weather, yes.
Weather. Here's a gold piece. Thank you so much for your hospitality and
My dear,
thank you.
you don't need to do this, dear.
Oh,
And he
fish.
takes it and he still pockets it anyways.
Mhm.
You are much too kind, much too kind. Yes, well, I appreciate your patronage yet again. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
I sure will.
All right. So he busts up the table. You're all clean. You're healed up. You're set to go. You
Mhm.
feel definitely like you've been able to do a short rest. So I don't know if you have any abilities that reset after short rest.
I don't know. I have spell
That's that
slot.
little one, but you can consider that to be a short rest.
Huh?
As I say, typically they regen at long rest.
Yep.
But if you want, and this actually is good practice, if you go over to the D&D character sheet, there's a button for short rest that you can click.
Yeah, and then it says for me, Druid hit die 1d8 + 1.
Yep. So your hit die during a short rest, you have the option of spending a hit die to regain some health.
Full health.
And you're at full health, so you don't have to spend your hit die. And as you get higher and higher levels, you'll have more and more hit die to be able to use. And depending on the type of levels that you take, your hit die can be either D6s, D8s. I think fighters have D10s. Paladins are also D10.
I believe so. Yeah.
And I think barbarians are D10. Most everyone else is either going to be a D6 or a D8.
Yeah, I'm d8 + 1.
Barbarians might be 12.
They might be 12.
For what?
I think so too.
Barbarians are tanky.
They're just beef.
If you pour stats into con, they're good
Oh.
stuff.
Yeah, and they have their reckless rage.
Yep. And I've been going through and reading a lot of the Tasha's just on my spare time. The Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, because of all the expanded class stuff that they have in there. And yeah, they've got some really good stuff in there.
Barbarian bard would be a lot of fun.
With the
That would be
barbarian,
fun.
I keep thinking of Bodger.
I was goofing off one day and what was that, Yenny?
With barbarian, I keep thinking of Bodger.
Yes. So
Well,
I I love it. I mean, but Bodger is hard to beat as it is. So,
now.
but yeah, I made
just as a random aside, I made a fun D&D character for, we were playing and I needed to make a backup just in case something bad happened. And I created this barbarian druid who was a short, like 3 foot tall halfling.
Oh gosh.
I think it was a halfling.
Fury of the
And he was
Small, you have
old.
that, right?
He was like in his mid 70s. He was like just really cranky. He always had a beer in hand. He would drink a lot. But he was like the angry drunk kind of thing. And the more he would drink, the more like barbaric he would become.
Yeah.
And so he would fly into a rage and start just attacking things around him. But he was totem of the bear. And so like he had all this
Mhm.
resistance to damage and things. But in the middle of a fight, if someone really got mad at him, he would dive into his more druid side, and he was a druid circle of the moon. So he was a shapeshifter. And so he's this little 3 foot tall barbarian halfling who's super old, who would just run into a fight and then shapeshift into a 8 foot tall polar bear.
Yep. Oh, that's ridiculous.
He was stupid fun. So much fun.
Gosh, yeah, it sounds fun.
Useless
What
in
was
ranged
its
combat.
Gosh, making a barbarian bard. It would be,
Bard.
putting that together, I think it would be kind of like a bard who's not good at barding.
But he's excellent at intimidating.
Yeah, he like a Vogon.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing like a Vogon, and yeah, I'm trying real hard to be poetic and graceful, and if you don't appreciate this, I will kill you.
I will build an interplanetary highway straight through your planet.
Straight through everything that you hold dear.
For
And
those of you
everything that
playing
you live
along
on.
at home, we are referencing The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Absolutely.
Which, Yenny, if you've never had a chance to read
Oh,
that book,
I have.
okay, good.
But
Yeah.
you can never play it by audiobook, because the first time I had an audiobook of it, and
Oh, it's so good.
and
It's-
you can't
yeah, it's
follow
great.
it.
Yeah,
But you can't follow it in the audio.
I think I understand. Yeah, it's one of those you need to
Yeah.
read it, you need to sit down. The whole series is good, all
I
5
think I
books.
found a website somewhere where you could put in like just sentences and it would change it into Vogon poetry.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, there's the new Bard College. It was the College of Eloquence, I believe is what it is, where you
Okay.
have the ability to use your bardic inspiration. Instead of inspiring your allies, you can do it to de-inspire your foes. I could see the Vogon poetry being used
Yes.
to like almost, it's like akin to Dissonant Whispers, but it's something like that, where you're intentionally like reading off poetry to your foes and they're not able to concentrate on what they're doing and it hurts their abilities.
Well, it's like the Paladin Bane
Yes.
ability, isn't it? Where it's
Yep.
like you roll a dice and they take that in the negatives.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do it with the bardic inspiration die, and so it's like it's really good.
I like that.
The College of Not So Eloquent, as it were. I apologize for that.
Okay.
That was a
Fun sidebar.
That's
fun
okay.
little sidebar right
Yeah.
there.
I don't mind. No apologies.
So if you've had a chance to be able to click that short rest button, that's an awesome thing to do. It's a good thing to get in the habit of doing when you do a short rest, just because as we do get more levels, it will reset those abilities that are tied to short rests. I think that at level 1, we don't really have to worry about it too much.
Well,
but-
I only used cantrips last time, so.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I know Amara used
Big
some
short
spell
rest.
slots.
I used to. Yeah, so I do. I'll need a long rest.
Yeah, you'll need a long rest because you what 2 more spell slots open?
No, I used to, so I have 1 spell slot
You
open.
got 1 left. Okay, cool,
Mhm.
cool.
I did the short rest. It didn't do anything, but it did give me a cool sound like. "Doo-doo."
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So the time is
set a little bit. It's now closer to evening than it was when we had first started off. What are you wanting to do? What direction
Do
you
you
wanting to
still
go?
want to go check out the tree?
I'd like to.
Then I'm coming with you.
Okay.
I don't even have my armor. Actually, maybe I can go get it because
Sure.
before we check out the tree.
Yeah, that might be smart.
Sure.
I hope we got those temporary hit points for nothing.
You go walking over to where the armor or where the forge is, and you can be able to see Lud and Scud. Lud is actually at a table, and he looks to be modifying the armor that's sitting right there. And he sees you approach, and he turns around and says, "Oh, hey, and here you go, miss. I've got it ready for you." And he holds it up, and you can be able to see that on the back side, he's been able to make these two really ornate cutouts that seem to
Aw.
kind of fit out really nicely around where your wings attach to your back.
Mhm.
And he shows you, well, it takes a little bit to get it on. You might need someone to help you take it off again, but once it's on, it should be good. And it takes about a minute to be able to put your armor on.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna put it on.
you've got time then, and he puts it over your shoulders, and you can see how the flaps, when they're not attached, they're currently sitting up in the air, and then they fold down on either side of your wings. And
Mhm.
he's got these riveted buttons on the side for them to snap together. And it fits you really well. And
Oh, this is most excellent. Thank you.
he takes a step back and looks at it. Oh, yeah, if I might say so, you look rather fetching with it. And he blushes a little bit and quickly turns around and starts hammering away. His brother, you can just hear his brother snickering a little bit.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Maybe he likes a leaf.
Oh, would you like a leaf?
He kind of turns around. I can't remember if you guys did a leaf or not the previous time. I don't think you introduced yourselves that way to them.
I don't think with them.
Mayor
A
and
leaf?
I think he would love a leaf.
In the Fae tradition is how we introduce ourselves. I'm Amara. I don't know if I introduced myself before. And I just brush this leaf. Well, I'm trying to reach.
He bends down and is unsure exactly, but
Against his cheek and hand it to him.
he takes the leaf and he holds on to it, and he looks around for a second. He said, "Thank you, my lady." And he walks around to the front of the shop for a second. He asks, "Can you wait just one second?" He runs out of the front of the shop and he runs over to the base of the tree in the middle of the courtyard area, and he bends down and he picks something up. Then he comes back and he runs back in, and he hands you a white petaled flower.
Oh, this is most magnificent.
Thank you.
I tuck it into my bag.
Sounds good. All right, you now have a white petaled flower from Arrayabor.
from Arrayabor.
Yes, Iraebor. Arrayabor.
AE.
Thank
Let me
you.
make sure that I have that spelled the same in.
Yeah, in Dutch it would be
Yeah.
Area would be EA. So I was like AE.
Yes, Arrayabor, I guess is
Yeah.
the way I should be saying it. Arrayabor.
When you said it, it could be a Dutch word, but then the E and the A will be switched.
Das ist very good. Yeah.
And that's is Deutsch.
Mhm,
Das ist Deutsch.
mhm. All right. Well, I guess we can.
Das ist Deutsch, nein Netherlands.
Nederlandisch.
So we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go to 3. Someone move me, please.
I
Go
am
into the
moving
tree.
you right now.
And I-
You guys start walking up between the buildings again on the gravel path, walking on your way over to the orchards. Let me make sure I'm back over at the orchards. There we go. And I'm gonna re-add your tokens on here since I've got the new tokens. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
I'll put it over there for a second. Okay. Boom, boom.
Hey, they don't give the new hit points. The ones.
There we go. There we go. And there we go. All right, yeah. So you can be able to see as you're walking up that the smoke is definitely thicker. The bonfire doesn't seem to be as intense as it was a few hours earlier. It looks like a lot of the embers have died down considerably, and instead there's a very large charred pile of logs and twigs, and several of the trees seem to have been cleared out of the way.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of work done over here, it looks like.
So hardworking village people.
What was that?
I said these are hardworking people. They've done a lot of work in the meantime.
Yes, it definitely appears that they've been able to make considerable progress clearing away the diseased trees from the few remaining trees that are still fruit bearing. And yeah, you can be able to see there's
What the 4D4 roll was for? Did I miss that in the sound blinking or?
with the 44.
Yeah.
I was making sure that I had the right amount of gold for you guys as far as starting out.
Okay.
Because I was rolling 44 times 5 is what it was.
Yeah, I
I
thought maybe I missed something in the sound blinking.
No, you're good. That was old. And then I was asking on there if you can't if you can still not move your token. With the tokens that are out right here, are you able to move them?
I'm not even gonna try.
I can move all of them.
Not even going to try. Okay.
Yeah, I can't get my roll 20 to move.
The
What about
banner
you?
you added to
Amara?
the token. I don't know if
Okay.
that's something if you can look at,
Right.
or not by mind much, but
One
It still says
thing
9 of 9,
that
not
I
9 of-
realized
not
is
12.
if you're doing Roll20 and you're not doing it through Chrome, you're gonna
Yeah,
have
but I'm using
issues.
Chrome.
I am using Chrome.
You're using Chrome.
Mhm.
But I'm using I think Edge for Zoom. No, Zoom isn't Zoom. No,
That should be
Zoom is-
fine.
I think
The
my
o-
slower for all the tabs I have open, plus I'm recording on Zoom. That's all.
That's probably
Yeah,
probably
and
it.
my laptop is like 12 years old.
You know, I was
Very.
wondering.
That could mean something.
Okay, you know what? Next time, so it does look like I could be able to record over here, because it says I can't ask the host to give me permission to record. For next session, I can try to record it from mine.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll make any difference. I do have gigabit connection, so that I might have enough bandwidth to be able to handle recording and doing everything else at the same time. So I can do that. Sorry, I'm like on the verge of having to sneeze.
Yeah, if I were on my desktop, it might not be as bad, but I'm on my laptop, which isn't as great.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, you've made it up here to the orchard again. You can, like I said, you can be able to see a lot of the townsfolk are still
Okay.
working, organizing some of the detritus that fell to the ground, and they're trying to clean it all up. They seem to be keeping a wide berth from the tree that you guys were standing beside.
I
would
am
too.
going to walk right up to that tree.
All right. Easy enough to do. As you get closer to the
Well,
tree,
I'm
you
gonna
can be able
accompany you,
to.
but
There we go. I moved both of Amara and Ilya over there.
Yeah.
When you get within about 10 feet of the tree, you do notice that the sense of light in the area definitely dims perceptibly to where it now feels almost dusk
Mm,
and not just the setting sun.
mm. Ick.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, over an eye.
Well, I get to that spot that I sense the unnatural ick.
Okay.
And I pull up my shovel and start to dig.
All right. Yeah, you can totally do that. While you're digging, what are Amara and Ilya doing?
I am going to shrink to small form because I glow brighter.
Okay.
I believe.
You do that. You shrink, and when your body starts to iridesce a little bit, you can tell that even that is dampened. It's not as vibrant
Mhm.
of a glow that you would normally have, and you can feel it kind of pressing in on your soul.
Oh, this feels terrible. It is the worst feeling I think I've ever had in my life.
Like using the power in the ways.
Yeah. What is Ilya doing during this time?
Well, like I said, I'm staying just one step behind Sig.
Okay. So still kind of in the shadowed area and just watching what he's doing.
Well, I'm looking, but I'm just I'm remembering having bugs all over me, and I don't like bugs. So
Okay.
I'm having someone between me and where the bugs came from.
Okay, go ahead, and while you're doing that, I'm going to say that like you've got advantage on any perception checks that you're doing during this time. You're really watching for, anything. You don't know what, but you're watching for anything.
Yeah,
You can also feel that weight.
I'm also looking a bit behind us while they look like keeping
Okay.
everything.
Go ahead and while you're doing that, go ahead and roll a perception at advantage. So if you're going to roll something at advantage in roll 20, you can hold the shift button on your computer and your button changes to a little green plus button. If you're going to roll at disadvantage, you can hold control and it changes it to a minus. Either way, you got a 21 on both of those, which is a very perceptive roll. Nothing is going to sneak up on you while you're there. You are like laser eyed watching
At
everything.
15 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that worked out. Yeah, you're definitely doing a good job keeping track of where everything is. And Zig, it takes you about a minute to be able to dig down. It doesn't take very long. The dirt feels very soft where you are. It is not hard packed like the rest of the ground was. And it's pretty easy for you to be able to tell that like this dirt hasn't been here long. Pretty soon your shovel, you do feel it strike
I look
something
back,
hard.
To Ilya and say, this dirt feels like it's been recently put here to cover something up, and I think I might have just found it.
What have you found?
I set the shovel down and used my hands to kind of clear away the dirt around
You use your
whatever
shovel.
it is I may have found.
Use
Sounds
your
good.
shovel or tool to clear it. Just wait a bit with direct touch, maybe.
So
I'm
you lower
protected.
you lower yourself into the hole because again it is 6 feet down, and that so you're definitely down down in this up the dirt's right above your head area,
In there.
and you've got enough room to be able to kind of to move around a little bit and bend down and you brush it off. You can definitely tell when your fingers touch it that it's something wooden that's below you, and it feels to be right about 2 feet wide, and then it stretches longer in kind of deeper under the tree.
Okay, I kind of speak this out. It looks like there's a wooden box looks like it's long, but it's about 2 feet wide.
Yeah, part of it's still kind of covered under the dirt. So
Kind of makes me think like almost like a casket.
Oh, what
Yeah.
is that? What is that? I lean closer, probably glowing people's faces.
hold on one second. I have a little visitor for a second.
Oh.
Come here, buddy.
For this, I'm gonna
That's fine.
switch to Zoom.
Cool. Hey, Logan, can you say hi to everyone?
Hey.
Hey,
I got my little visitor. He said he is playing the Harry Potter Lego game right now.
Oh,
Hmm,
that's so cool.
Fun.
Hi,
good
buddy.
fun.
Love you.
I play Hogwarts Mystery.
She plays Hogwarts Mystery, so that's another Harry Potter game. It's pretty cool, huh? All right,
And this is
you go have
Chainsaw.
fun. All right,
Bye.
love you. Thank you for the hug. I'll see you. All right, you were saying, you think that it's some sort of a casket type thing,
Feels like
and
a casket.
It's both 2 feet by.
about 2 feet by an undetermined number of dimensions, because it kind of goes off. With about a minute of digging, he was able to clear a hole out of the way large enough for him to be able to get down into.
60 centimeters.
60 centimeters by, yes,
Hmm.
by almost, yes, X amount of meters. So,
Oh, meters. Wow.
yeah, you know,
Oh yeah, it's about 2/3 a meter.
2/3 a meter.
Yeah.
Um,
About 30 centimeters. That's
yeah, so you think it's like a casket type of thing?
Kind of thinking that.
What do you want to do with it?
I keep clearing it out.
Okay, easy enough. To see that this is roughly the shape of the coffins that you had seen up in the general shop.
Oh, okay.
cool.
I relate that up.
Sounds good.
Think- This
Yeah.
this seems like it may be one of those coffins from the shop.
Yeah.
Mm,
Hmm.
And while you're down there, Sig, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
I told you not to touch it.
Never tell me not to touch something.
I'll remember that.
Constitution. Saving throws. Mm, Trying. I'm not seeing how this is.
It's on the. Is it not populating over to roll 20?
Well, it's not rolling it.
Yeah, it always takes a while for me before I see
Oh,
it.
I think if. Okay, there it just rolled. Rolled. Total came to be a 9.
You feel this wave of overwhelming sadness
Oh,
just sit on your
Ah.
heart. And you just feel that you're not able to motivate yourself to get out of this hole. You just kind of collapse there crying.
I just sit. Yeah, I just sit and just I
Feel?
put my back up against the wall of the
I'm
hole.
looking around, but I'm asking, are you okay? What's happening?
Not okay.
Yeah, you find that it's hard for him to be able to answer even.
Mm,
Okay. Oh my God.
What are you guys doing? Sig's sitting in there, he's crying himself.
Yeah,
I waved them away with my arm.
health check, but I'm also still looking around. So maybe Amara, you can check up on him.
hey, are you all right? What happened?
You find that he is not really
Mm.
responding to your questions.
I don't know what to do.
Medicine check, maybe?
Mm-mm.
Sure.
Shall I roll or Amara?
Whoever's going down there into the hole to take a look at him.
I'm looking around.
Look at him.
All form.
I'm still small.
You can. I would say that you could either do a medicine check, or since you've already established that there is some sort of fey-ish, arcanish energy around this whole thing. I know Sig did his divine sense. I would be willing to allow you to do some sort of a either an arcana roll, a medicine roll, or you could potentially stretch a religion roll, but I don't know how much Amara would know about religion. 17. Yeah, you would definitely be able to sense that Sig has been charmed somehow.
So Ilya, it appears that Sig has been charmed, and it has clearly made him so depressed he's crying and
Oh,
sitting
damn, I should have gone in.
unable to
I've
stay.
gone.
What was that? What was that, Ilya? Oh, did we lose her?
I said I should have gone in. I have advantage against being charmed.
Well, now you know. It seems that he's been charmed. So what are you wanting to do?
Yeah, Amara, can you keep up looking around?
Sure.
I'm gonna try to cast Cure Wound. Yeah, Cure. No. Oh, I don't have Cure Wounds ready. I can't heal him. Yeah, how can I fix this?
You see a number of other people that are kind of walking around. There's a few people that seem to be lashing together some bundles of sticks with rope that they're starting to cart over. You see other people with shovels that are digging away, and some that are.
I have rope in my backpack. I'm gonna pull him out of there.
Okay, cool.
Without getting in, I'm just gonna sling the rope around him
Okay.
arm and just pull him out.
All right. Sure. Sounds good. Takes you about a minute or so. Go ahead and roll me a let's roll me a survival. Let's see how good of a noose you can make, or of a slip knot.
Well,
With a 15, it's great.
Nice.
You end up making
I
a
hope I can
really
tie a
good.
knot.
Yeah, you make a really good knot. It doesn't feel like it's gonna unravel on you, and I assume you throw one end around the tree, and you drop the other end on, and you manage to loop it around one of his arms.
Well, I'm an elf.
Seems to
I'm
be
pretty strong. I think I can pull him up.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and start trying to pull him up. Go ahead and roll an athletics.
Athletics or
I resist.
You resist. Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
I don't want to be helped. I'm
This is
so
true.
sad.
He
Just leave
doesn't.
me
He
alone.
doesn't want to be helped.
I just want to die right now.
He's trying to push the rope off of his arm. You don't know how
Mm.
many attempts you're going to be able to get with this.
I'm gonna do my best.
Oh, with a
Can't just roll and double
16,
every time.
you get like this running start, and you grab the edge of the rope.
You
and you
see the number
yank.
before I do.
Rolling hot today.
You are. That's good. You're able to yank on that rope, and between how you have it leveraged against the tree and against his arm, Sig's arm goes shooting up above him, and the rope gets caught underneath his armor and his arm, and you pull him up away from the coffin that's down there, and up onto the ground. A few seconds passes, and Sig, your sadness ebbs away. You're no longer charmed.
Oh, that was really strange. I felt the saddest I've ever felt.
As soon as I've got him out and he seems to be okay, I'm back to.
You just drop the rope and yeah, Sig, what do you do?
I'm looking at Ilya like, what did you do? How did you do that? You saved me.
I just pulled you out away from that thing. I told you not to touch it, and you said I shouldn't tell you.
Well, I mean, I felt like I was protected, but that was just so strong and icky. But can you do that rope trick thing that you did on me to the box down there? Because I think whatever is happening is coming from that box.
Yeah, maybe we can use the shovels, like one of the shovels from the guys over there, to use 2 shovels to like.
I think I left my shovel down there.
Well, I can do the trick on your shovel because that's a round thing, but I think the box is too flat on the ground to get something under there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's
We'll have to.
We can borrow 2 shovels from them. They have enough.
I don't know how we're gonna be able to get it up. I wonder if there's some kind of
If you get it up a bit, like lift it up on one side, then I can look the rope.
well,
Yeah.
maybe with you being you know, so naturally magical, could you maybe do some purification right on it and maybe make the icky go away?
I only have 4 spells activated. I'm level 1. Come on.
I don't even know what that means. I just know that you're a natural
No, I don't have.
magically person, but
I can do it tomorrow.
okay.
What's Amara doing during this conversation?
What kind of spells do you have?
I can, well, I have the ability to cast fairy fire and it'll light up objects in a 20-foot cubic range in blue, green, or violet light of my choice. I get to choose. Any creature in that area is also outlined in light for the entire duration. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to help us here. Sorry.
Shovel and rope trick.
I can cast a bolt of chaos at it.
My poor.
You know, that sort of.
I think simple science like leverage. It might be a good option right now.
Set it on fire.
Why is she so educated in the ways of physics?
I don't know.
I just want to know these things. Well, you must know these things when you're king.
You have little fairies.
And those are things I can do.
This is true.
Well, like I said, like 2 shovels, like, I don't know if you see me on Zoom, but
I do see you
Yeah.
on Zoom.
it's like
I personally,
when we have one side up, I can loop the rope around. Rope around one side.
That was like an elvish druid dance.
It was good. I like it.
oh, I like that dance. Ooh.
Sign language.
Where's the glow sticks now?
Yeah, need the glow sticks.
Here, I'll do the
Fairy fire,
giant,
fairy fire. Do the
I'll
fairy
do the
fire
giant glow
dance.
stick.
Ah, there it is.
Well, I have a bowl.
Yes, I do have. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and I do have my lightsaber
I
mounted on
like
the wall right
myself
there.
right
So.
now because it's getting
Nice.
dark, so-
Perfect.
Well, it's not getting dark, but it's getting bad.
As long as it's not getting flooded.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, you definitely see like there where the workers are, there's a pile of tools that they have set over to the side that occasionally people are going over there and swapping over and picking up a saw, or they're picking up a shovel, and they seem to be just over there free reign for people to grab.
we could try to just break the casket open, right? Right? Mhm.
Drop a rock on it,
All right.
or
Or with a shovel, just with one shovel, just open the lid. Break the lid. Like that.
I don't think I got enough dirt off of it.
I will say, you were able to get a lot of dirt uncovered off of it, and you would have recognized that you were down there for about a minute before you started to feel any of the effects
The ickies.
of that sadness kind of eke into you.
Well, I was
So-
down there. I was down there for a little bit before the ickies got into me.
Then maybe if you use my rope to make like a harness, so you can go in to open it, but we can pull you out.
And then, oh yeah, if I get the sads again, you can just pull me out and bring me into the
Hopefully-
sunshine and put a smile on my face.
Hopefully you don't rip off the harness or anything if you do get the sads.
I'm making sure. I
No,
try it.
I would not resist this time.
I'm being licked,
I would be able to fight through it.
This is true.
and I'm tying it in a way that he can't take it off easily. Not gonna upset.
doing
love
the X.
The precedent this is setting.
I'm about caution.
Uh-huh. All right. Roll for bondage.
Yeah, roll for bondage. That would either be a persuasion or
I help, so hopefully there's advantage on that.
yeah,
roll.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll. Whichever one of you wants to roll a survival, do it at advantage. I'll either
Ooh,
let
I got a
both of
good
you roll.
survival.
Or one person roll with advantage.
Survival check.
I'm pretty
I-
good at survival. I'm actually
You're
proficient
pretty
in
wizardous.
survival.
Oh,
Rolling the
great.
dice, and I don't roll well.
Did you roll at advantage?
I
You
did
hold
not roll
shift?
at advantage.
You have advantage. Because you are getting.
Does that work on
Yeah.
D&D Beyond as well?
Yeah, if you're on D&D Beyond and you hold shift and you click the roll button, it does it. It'll pop up like a little green plus. And that allows you to roll at advantage.
Oh, it didn't do that for me either.
Hmm.
I think I might be missing something in the
In the
D&D
extensions.
Beyond.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
something. But yeah,
Um,
no, I rolled twice and both rolls were not great.
Can I do something?
Sure, what's up?
I got a 7 and a 12.
I'm not
12's
sure.
enough.
I don't know if this helped, but I could cast resistance on Sig.
Sure. Go for it. Yeah, that gives him for the next minute, I believe he has was it advantage on
Advantage on saving throws.
saving throws. The next or it's like the next saving throw that you make. Maybe it's even longer than a minute. I can't remember.
I think it needs to be towards an energy type.
Well, I
So
think
what-
resistance is I used to use that all the time. If it's the one I'm thinking it is. And it's like ability checks or saving throws.
Yeah, I think
You get a
yeah,
you get a D4 plus it.
I think so.
D4, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not advantage, but you have a
Yep.
D4 on saving throws or ability checks.
Yeah, it's like bless.
Yeah, it's a great little like it's a super cantrip.
Dude, my 20th level cleric cast bless all of the time, and it
Oh, yeah.
just it would change complete games.
Complete games.
That's it or no?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. So you reach out and you touch.
Mhm. Oh,
Then
please.
you have resistance. So you can feel this this magical fey energy sit into your skin. Just very faintly in the dark. You iridesce just a little.
I feel the fey energy flow through me.
PNG.
Mhm.
Awesome. So you feel resistance, and with the 12, the rest of you are able to put together a decent enough harness. So you test it, and Sig, you kind of like lean forward over the side while they're holding onto the rope. You got it wrapped around the tree, so you're good. And
Trust
it feels
lean.
like it trusts lean. It feels it starts to slip for a second, but it catches, and you're good. Nothing breaks.
My stomach jumps a little bit.
Exactly. You get that sensation of I'm falling, but
All right.
you don't.
I plug my nose and
You
I jump in.
and you start clearing away the dirt, or what are you doing? Are you going into the?
Yep, I try to clear away the dirt just enough so that I can lift the lid and see what is inside there.
Okay, the lid feels like it's kind of nailed shut.
And I have my holy symbol like in hand as well. Okay,
Okay.
so the lid is okay.
It feels like the edge
I
of
say
it's
that.
nailed.
I say it's nailed shut. Can I get a pick?
Break it. Break it. with the
I'll try
shovel.
to use the shovel to wedge in there and
Go ahead and make an attack against it.
attack.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your
Roll a 20.
yeah, just a d20 and add your +4. Your strength and your proficiency.
Oh my gosh, my rolls are so good today.
It's all good. You are.
The rolls are reversed.
Oh, I mean, it's good.
You find it a little difficult to get a good angle. Like the hole it's large enough for you to be in, but not really to swing well. So you tap the surface, but doesn't feel like you get much energy behind it. You can try again if you
Okay.
need.
Yeah. I'm like, this just isn't working super good for me.
One attack is 6 seconds, right?
There it is.
There you go. The second swing, you managed to split the top to where it's now it's broken in and it has like a little V shape right there. You think that you might be able to use that shovel to wedge in and get it popped open if you needed.
Okay. I try to pop that.
All right. You pop open the top, and on the inside of the box, or at least the part that you're able to.
Preparing the rope to pull him out.
Okay. Yeah, I will say that you are you have that action readied to pull him out if needed. You're able to get that part of the lid ripped off, the wood kind of splintered where the shovel went in. And from what you can be able to see on the inside of there, it looks like there is a body that is not decayed inside it.
Not
Oh.
the kid. Oh my god.
I'm like, there's somebody in here.
I called one of the villagers, like, do you know this guy?
One of the villagers, go roll a persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah,
That's a good
they
call.
seem that they're not really wanting to come close to that tree. No, we don't want anything to do with whatever is going on.
Let's
over
stop
there. Do what?
I see my rolls later than you, so I'm like, "Oh, what the oh. Oh my god.
Can I make I mean, I'm not real good at it, but can I make a like a medicine roll to check for like signs of life?
Sure. Yeah, you can be able to see enough inside there in the fading light. It's very dark. It's dusk right now. Sunset. But you can be able to see enough inside there. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Okay. I did.
Or
And my roll was on par for my other ones. I rolled a 6 for an 8.
okay, yeah. You don't really tell too much. It's pretty dark.
I don't know if this guy.
With fake energy.
I don't know if this person's alive or not.
I could come check.
Okay. You've been down there about
Two.
30 seconds. Amara, you wanting to go down there and check too?
I try to break open the casket
Okay,
more. Like maybe if I can get this person out.
Sounds good. While Amara is starting to flitter down over there in her small flying form. I'm assuming you're flying, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a strength check. Roll me like an athletics to see.
Strength or athletics?
Roll at advantage since you're using a shovel. You're prying that up. For Zig, roll in athletics to try to see if you can be able to get that up. And while you're doing that, Amara, go ahead and roll either some sort of a perception or a medicine check to try to see a little bit more about this person inside the casket while you're coming down.
I rolled an 11.
With an 11, you're able to muscle more of the wood out of the way. You break it open large enough to where it's pretty straightforward to be able to reach in there and grab whatever's in there and pull it out if you wanted to. Amara, with a 10, you can be able to see that in this light, since again it's pretty dim in here. The body appears to be fairly small, and it appears to have its arms bound to its side, and it does not appear to be moving.
Oh, wow. That's really small and it's bound.
Sig, I think you have been there like about long enough.
Something or someone tied this person up.
Yeah, Amara, you would have been able to see that they were roughly the size of what you now know are human children. And Sig, you would have been able to immediately recognize that this was a human child inside this casket.
Okay.
Or is, I should say.
Okay. And I still can't tell if it's alive or dead.
The only thing you can be able to see is that it's not moving.
Poke it with your shovel.
I try to, I say over my shoulder, I was like, this is a child in here. And I think
it's not hell, is it?
I try to grab the child and embrace him.
Okay.
Not like a hug, but like holding him, and in a way of trying to like pull him up and out so that when I come up and out, I'll have the body with.
Sounds good. Yeah, you grab your arms around the child, and you move to pick him up. And two things happen when you pick him up. You can be able to see that there is actually something underneath him. When you move him, you can just glimpse that it looks to be like some sort of a stone tablet that's broken in half.
Okay.
You can just be able to make that out underneath him, as well as a small form that's like tucked a little further up in the casket away from you, like in a part that's still underneath where the dirt was. It wasn't completely cleared out of the way. So it's shadowed, so you can't really see it. And as you go and you pick up the child itself, you don't notice any kind of warmth off of it. It feels very cold, very stiff.
Okay.
And when you embrace the child, a little bit of this like purplish, stringy, fibrous material comes out of its nose and slaps you on your face.
Does
Does a 16 hit your AC?
Yes.
You feel necrotic energy start to sap into your face as this violet fungus attacks you in the face, and you
I
take.
instantly pull him out as soon as I see the fungus, no matter what he says or does.
You had that readied, so you totally are able to pull him out. You take 6 necrotic damage from this violet fungus that started to come out of this child and attacked you. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh my god. Initiative, where are you?
Oh, okay. I see how this works. Okay, 6 damage. Boom. Okay, cool.
I can't find initiative.
I like, is there a saving throw
Did I roll my initiative?
to yelp and throw something away from you? And
Let's see. I see Amara's initiative. I see Ilya's initiative.
Mine was a
that
6.
Oh, wow.
Yours was a 6. All right, and I can add all your turns to here. All right, 6. Amara was a 13. Ilya was a 10. And the violet fungus, which has awful initiative, was also a 10.
Is it an
Do what?
idea to do a short toilet break before we,
Sure.
or
Yeah.
is it bad timing?
No, we can do a short break. Bathroom break.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sid, you said you had a
I-
6.
Toilet.
Yeah. Yep. I rolled a 6. I hate
Okay.
to be the bearer of bad news, but I do have to stop around 2 o'clock our time.
That's fine. What time is that?
About 45 minutes.
45 minutes. That's perfect.
Yeah.
No breaks.
I mean, we can, yeah, if you gotta step away for a
Yeah.
second, it's all good.
2-minute break. Is that what you
Yeah.
need?
No, it's okay. I can wait 45 minutes.
Well, I think Heather she just stepped away for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, then
right.
I'm going to go.
2-minute break. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Boy. Hello. Hello time. Hi. Good boy. Hi. Oh, is that fine, Fluffy? Look, I have a Dumbo.
Oh, he can fly. He can fly. He can fly.
And Jeroen is coming in. We hebben 2 minuten pauze. Ja, want nee, je moet over 3 kwartier stoppen.
Yeah, sorry I didn't dress up this time.
Oh, you're good. I didn't do it either. Though Ilya is rocking a pretty awesome headpiece right there.
Yeah, I love it. And the ear ornament.
Really pretty. Really
Did
pretty.
you know that ear in Dutch is oor? So it's ornament. It's like
Ornament.
Or
Nice.
ornament.
ornament.
Heather, did you show them your cool new hat?
No, but you can probably appreciate it.
Oh, hells yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go.
That's cool.
Where's, I was going to say, I can go grab my Watt hat. I'm going to put that one on.
Oh, you have a Wheel of Time hat too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my hats are always child size, so I can never get
Fair enough. Well, I've got a big head, so, you know, it works
Yeah.
out.
I literally have like the Fred Durst New York Yankees cap, and it says on the inside, youth. Like
There you
it's
go.
literally a child's cap.
I'm going to put Ilya ahead of this because you've got a much higher dex than what this violet fungus does. All right. So you just got slapped in the face by this violet fungus. Well,
Yuck.
more than slapped. It started growing out and trying to latch onto your face to feed off of you. I'll say that, you know, Ilya pulls you out, and you in the process of you getting pulled out, you throw the body to the ground beside you, or you drop the body to the ground beside you unceremoniously. So yeah, I will definitely say you were pulled out. Let's say you were pulled out over here. The fungus is here, and I will say that this square is where the hole. That's where the hole was.
Okay.
All right. So Amara, this square right here. Let me see if I can move you all to.
Which
Can you see it on
square
roll
was
20?
where the red token is? Oh,
The
yeah,
purple
okay.
square.
Yeah, now I see it.
Where are we now?
Just-
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it took a while to update.
What do you want to do? You see all of this going down.
Geez. Where is the body?
The body is right here, where this this violet fungus is coming out of it. It's this red one that's I put it right there on the ground. You can position yourself where you were. I had you basically looking in into the hole,
Okay. So the body is now,
and he dropped the body to the ground right there.
okay, got it.
Yes, the body is on the ground. Yep.
I'm gonna move away from the body.
Sounds good. As you're moving away from the body, it does reach out a tendril, or a tendril comes out to try to latch onto you.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit your AC?
Yeah, does my armor increase my AC or no?
It does. So if you go to your equipment
How does it
and
increase it?
so if you go to your equipment and add, you click the little checkbox beside the armor,
Mhm.
that will equip it to you.
Mhm. My armor class is 11.
Okay. Because you have the cast off armor, leather,
Mhm.
AC 11.
Yep.
Yeah, the easy way to think of it. And it rolled in 11 exactly to do that. So it starts to grab onto you as you're moving away. You're able to get away successfully.
Okay.
The violet fungus was on your arm, and you take 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Coming out of it. By this point, a large chunk of the fungus has come out, and you can be able to see it sitting on the chest of this child.
I think that child's. Oh,
And something him, right?
Do what?
Something else was also in the coffin that we don't.
Correct. Yeah, there
haven't seen
was
very well
a
yet.
bundle up at the top part of the coffin that was still in there, and then there was the stone tablet that was cracked in half that was underneath the child.
okay.
What do you want to do now that you see this fungus that's come out, and it's clearly attacked 2 of you now?
Me or Amara?
Amara.
Amara, cast antifungal.
I do not have an antifungal spell.
You don't have it prepped? Okay.
I don't even have one. No, I don't know. I don't know one. But I'm not sure if I should like
Can you burn it without hurting?
I could try to burn it, but then I'd probably burn the child and maybe some of you and myself. That would be not great. Oh,
No.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Sounds good. Go for it.
Freeze the fungal.
Yeah, your ray comes smack it, freeze, and just it turns gray from the amount of cold damage on that section right there. And that section of the fungus stops moving. Looks like you did a fair number of damage to it. And where are you now as far as moving away from it?
Probably.
Are you able to ping on the map
Yeah, I can try to move my token. I was gonna try
if
to
you can't
move-
move your character?
I can't move it. Yeah. I was just gonna try to
Okay,
move.
so you're
just a
like
little.
over here. You flew up or something, flew over out of the way.
Yeah. And that's all I can do.
Out of its reach.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Good use of your turn. All right, Ilya, you've pulled Zig out. You've got the rope still wrapped around him, and this thing is sitting there on the ground. What do you want to do?
Sig is still within 5 feet of it.
Correct.
Delay again.
People started running away from the.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Sig, what-
What's that?
I hate this.
With the connection still.
Yeah, I think so.
Sig, were you within 5 feet of it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
I am.
it's because I'm switching between D&D Beyond. It's yes, he's within 5. Well, yeah. Dexterity saving throw if I do this.
Okay.
You do still have
go.
resistance.
Yeah.
Oh, you have
So-
to. Oh, okay. Then I'm going to cast Ice Knife.
Oh, nice. So does it need to make a dex saving throw?
Yeah, I'm going to copy the.
A slow moving fungus is very good at dex.
Well, wait a minute. I'm
Um,
copying the description.
actually, it did roll fairly decently. It does a 13. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, so
makes
DC was 11. So it, let's see, target dex saving. So does it take half? Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within it must take a dex saving throw or take 2d6. Okay, so it doesn't take the half the damage. Somehow it is able to evade the damage. I'll say that when the ice explodes and the ice daggers go everywhere, it hits the already dead part of the fungus that was previously hit by Amara, and it doesn't take anything else from that. What about you, Sig? You also have to make a dex save.
Oh.
Every creature
Glorious.
within 5 feet of where it explodes.
I will probably roll worse than the fungus.
Yeah, but you have the protection.
You have resistance.
Ooh, I rolled in a 19.
Nice. So even
Nailed
with
it.
resistance, you at least have a 20.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Sig's he's just super fast at being able to get out of the way of anything.
It's pure panic and
Pure
adrenaline.
panic. There you go.
Hero.
Awesome. Anything else in your turn?
I don't have any bonus actions to do, so no.
All right. So it's its turn, and you see two tendrils come off of the main body, and both of them swing at our dear Zig.
Guy.
The first one is a 5, and the 18, it misses on the first. The second one, it just grabs onto your arm, and it deals 4 necrotic damage as it rakes in and starts to try to latch onto you.
Oof. Oh, I'm feeling gray.
Oh my god.
All right, Zig, it is your turn.
Can I slash at this?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
By this point, a large part of it has come out, and it's basically its own creature sitting on top of the chest of this child.
slash at it.
Go for it.
Is there an attack button that you can just hit here?
Uh-huh. On the
Oh, okay, I found it.
Yep.
Oh, that's a great roll. I got to hit a 22.
Ooh, you definitely hit it. What's your damage on that?
Damage. It's a separate roll. 9.
Ooh, buddy. So at the 8 from earlier
Yeah,
and the 9
A
on that
4,
one.
3, 4, 3 plus 2.
You cut it right in half, and it suddenly is now 2 enemies that are. I'm just messing.
Yes.
You cut it in half, and the section that you cut off from the main body just falls to the ground, and you see the violet energy in it kind of dissipate until it's just left there.
Oof.
This grayish fungus laying on the ground.
Ugh.
Anything else you want to do?
Sunni spite thee.
Hmm?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm just collecting my bearings because yeah, I'm feeling nauseous and sick.
Well, with that cut, it definitely looks very hurt. If violet fungus could bleed, then it would be bloody,
It's
very bloody.
blooded.
Amara,
blooded fungus.
you see the frost and the slashing seeming to make a big impact on this violet fungus.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to assess if it's alive still.
Sure. You can be able to tell it's still, part of it is still undulating as if it is alive.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost
Go for it.
at it.
Nice. Freeze off the remaining bit of this violet fungus. It crystallizes for a second, and then you just watch the color drain away from it. And when the color drains away from it, you notice that the darkness around you fades away, and now it's just regular dusk, as it was as the evening sun was coming into a close.
Oh, wow.
I will do another divine sense.
Go for it.
I can do that 1 plus charisma modifier amount of times. Yeah, so I will do the divine sense to see if that ickiness is still present.
Sure. Yeah, you do your divine sense. Is that it? You have to do a roll for that? You said 1 plus
I don't
modifier?
think so.
Or is it just automatic? I think it's just automatic, right?
The presence of strong evil registers to your senses like a nauseous odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears.
As this creature, as this fungus is dying off, you do sense the the pervasive, you could call it an evil. It's the wrongness of the place begins to fade away. It was, and you can continue to tell that it is ebbing further and further away.
This was the source of the icky caca.
Icky caca.
That's the official name of this now. This is
The icky caca.
the icky caca blight.
We have to
Yes.
put this on Reddit. This is the icky caca.
This
The
is the
icky caca.
So the other thing isn't coming out of the coffin.
He doesn't
Well-
detect anything specific coming out of the coffin.
No, the coffin and the child in there don't really seem to be having too much of a energy. But there
Yeah.
was a tablet that was broken in half down there, and I'm wondering if there might be something on it.
Can we use like maybe your jacket or some? Oh, you don't have a jacket. Like use my jacket to pick it up.
Sure.
I have a
Let's just go
shovel
back.
down there.
Yeah, he's got a shovel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, use the shovel.
yeah. Let's
Okay.
check that out.
I'll
Alright.
go back down into the grave.
Good. I mean, you still have the rope tied around you and everything
Mhm.
because you did a good enough knot.
Hmm.
How do we spell the icky caca?
I spelled it
Call it like that.
I spelled it like this: ICKYCAKAKA. Icky ka ka. I mean, oh, that's icky ka ka ka.
Gaga. Yes.
Icky ka ka. That's something like that.
Gaga.
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm using it in my notes. It's now just the icky caca.
It's
That
all right.
works.
Fine. We're gonna keep it the icky ka ka ka.
Icky caca is
Icky
already
caca.
written in my notes. So
Say it German style
A little bit.
and go icky caca.
Icky ka ka.
You can say it Dutch.
Icky caca.
How do you spell that? A C phlegm.
There's an umlaut in there somewhere.
Of course.
No, because if there was an umlaut, it would be icky caca.
Icky caca.
There you
Icky.
go. I appreciate it. This is just like a multilingual. We could treat it as Latin.
I
Hmm?
speak 5 languages.
There you go. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll just start breaking out the Latin when I need to enunciate any of the curses that are coming your way. I mean, yeah. So you can be able to be lowered into the grave, no problem. That's
Okay.
what you're wanting to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna examine the inside of the casket. So
Okay.
probably move the body of the child,
Out of
aside
the way a little bit.
and then
Sure.
pull the tablets out.
Easy enough to do. You get lowered into there. The rope's still wrapped around the
How's your
tree.
health? Is it smart that you're the
I'm
one
hurting,
back in?
not feeling good.
Part of the typically when you get in combat, you've got cuts and scrapes and bruises and things like that. This is not. You're not bleeding. You are like infection. Your skin
feel
has
gray.
turned black in some of the spots where it's hit you.
Yeah.
It's that necrotic energy does not do well.
No,
But
no,
Go ahead.
that's a good description. Just
I
blackened
can give
skin.
you my healing potion, but then yeah.
I can cast healing.
Yeah, how many spell slots do you have left?
Just one.
Because there's still something in that casket.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
And
sacrifice.
I am finding it.
yeah, I was gonna say when he was down there, it wasn't moving. And you
Yeah, I think I'm gonna cast.
when the fungus was there.
Then we'll wait a bit.
This
Okay.
child feels peacefully dead.
And you're gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Yep. The child's dead. Oh, that's so sad.
All right, go ahead. Yes, yeah. You can be able to tell that there is no life coming out of the child. Oh, nice. You heal 6.
Oh.
I'll
cool.
just tell people like still a bit away, but does anyone know this child? Can anybody notify the
Yeah,
parents?
go ahead and roll a persuasion at advantage now that the darkness has gone away from the tree.
Persuasion with advantage.
Nice.
And again,
Oh yeah, you're able to
and you'll
attract.
probably see my roll long before I do.
You got a 16, so yes.
Hey, Tim.
Hey,
My last time when I cast Cure Wounds, it automatically used a spell slot. This time it didn't.
okay, we can try to take a look at that and see what's up with it.
Okay.
In the meantime, you can just mark it. You can click the spell slot.
Okay. Yeah, it's doing nothing though. When I click it.
Okay, maybe it just needs to be restarted.
Refresh the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. But you did get your 6 health back, Sig.
What's that?
Yep, I took it. I put it
Yep.
on my character sheet.
Perfect.
I'm one under
and-
max.
Nice.
Yeah, that was super helpful. I would have been down to 1.
Would have been down.
Woo! So with your persuasion of crying for help, a number of villagers come rushing over, and they see the boy on the ground, who is not moving, and they immediately start like calling for help. It seems that one of them does a few. They end up running over to try to get some. Or excuse me, this was not a few weeks back. This was just about a week ago that this child went missing, and they start trying to locate the child's parents.
Which child is
This is not Hal. You would recognize that the description that you got for Hal was of an older, almost like teenager, tall and gangly with
I
long
suspect
unkempt
this is
hair.
what Hal saw happening that night when they were camping. I think he saw the people bury this child here.
Yeah, Ilya, it's a great insight that you have there, to put those together. You would definitely feel like those are connected based off of what you have heard and now what you've physically seen here. Sig, when you get lowered into the casket and you take a look, you're able to grab the 2 parts of the stone tablet that were broken in half, and you
Okay.
can also see a little deeper into the casket now that you don't feel that overwhelming sadness coming off of it, and it looks to be a raven laying on its back in the casket itself.
Mm.
And it appears to have a broken beak from what you can be able to see.
Mm. I relate this up and ask the 2 nature-based women. So there's a raven down here and the beak is broken. Does anybody have any idea what that might mean?
Well, maybe it was put in there alive and broke its beak trying to get out.
let me investigate.
Which is cool, by the way.
Go
Poor
ahead and roll an investigation at advantage, because there's something specific that you're looking for when it comes to this. And
How do I roll at advantage?
you can hold the shift button and click it and it'll do it, or since you've already rolled once, you can just roll it again and we'll just take whatever the first number is, or the biggest number. 7. It looks like there's marks on the underside of the wood above where the raven was, but that's about all you can be able to tell.
There's marks underneath where the raven was. I'm
Like on the underside of the lid above it.
The
Poor
casket.
bird. I think he
Yes.
buried his life.
lid here. These marks.
Yeah, it looks like peck marks.
Poor bird. It wanted to get out so bad that it broke its beak.
So it looks like the raven was put into the casket alive.
So that makes this blood magic.
Ooh, that sounds nasty.
That's unnatural. I, as a druid, absolutely despise that.
Well,
And Sig, you've got the two halves of a stone tablet. Are you coming back out with it? Or you?
yeah. I will come out with it and take a look at it, try to put them together, see if they make
Okay.
sense.
You put them together, and it actually is pretty easy for you specifically to tell when you're looking at this. As the two stone tablets get fit together, you see the image of a rose kind of engraved in the front of this large square tablet. And it seems to have been broken in two right in the middle of the rose. You would recognize that as one of the symbols of the Order of the Rose for the Paladin Order for Sunni.
So yes, that has.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, so that has a significance to me.
Yeah, the brothers and sisters of the Ruby Rose is specifically what you would recognize. Which likewise, you would have known this already, that there was a way shrine to Sunni that was located along the river at the northern edge of this town.
Okay.
Can you repeat what was on the tablet? Because it's like
Sure,
my was
you're
fucked again.
fine. Yeah, it was a rose. So there's an engraved rose, or like it's chiseled into the actual stone tablet itself. That the tablet was broken in two, not cleanly. It looked like it had been hit with something hard and broken in two.
So there's a little rose on the tablet, and it's how do you spell Sunni?
S-U-N-E.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just for the notes.
Oh, you're fine. You guys don't ever have to say sorry. You can ask clarifying questions. You can ask the same question 50 times. I'll answer
Sorry.
it. Don't worry.
Sorry. I won't say sorry no more.
Sorry.
You lose inspiration for that.
Shit. Sorry.
Oh, look, a dragon appears. Oh no, what you can do?
Oh shit.
15 minutes ago and a dragon. Brother Sunni, yeah. Sunni shrine was nearby.
Well,
Okay. Go ahead.
What's up, Amara?
I need to do something with this body. This
Well,
child.
I already called the villagers to get the parents.
Yeah, and pretty soon after, actually, a couple of farmers end up running up, and they fall to their knees, just absolutely beside themselves, crying. They don't even like bother with the dried fungus that was sitting on his chest anymore. They just they go over and they pick him up and they hold him, and you can just see them rocking as they're sobbing. True grief.
While they're sobbing, I respectfully take the raven and bring him to the fire.
Okay, yeah. You do that. You hold up the raven, and you can be able to see now that it's a little bit brighter. The ends of its wings looked like they had been snipped, and so it wasn't able to fly away. And you can tell where That raven was almost terrified being stuck inside that box. And I'm going to definitely give you inspiration for that, Ilya.
Thank you.
Having the respect for that animal and the life that it had, and that was taken away from it in such a cruel way. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
I'm
you offer
gonna
it up to the flames?
Yeah, I bring it to the flames. Well, maybe I do a what check? Yeah, there's not much to check about it, I think.
Yeah, no, it's very dead.
No, I just bring it to the flames and respectfully, yeah,
Okay.
cremate it.
The people around you see what you're doing, and a lot of them kind of pause their work and they let you have your moment to do the ceremony as you see fit. And Zig, you were saying something.
yeah, I walk over to the to the grieving parents, and I kind of put my hands on their shoulders in a consoling kind of way, and speak some words of like kind of grief, consoling. I say, the goddess Suni blesses us with love and attachment to these things that we hold so dear. And the amount of love that we have is also the amount of sadness that we have when they're taken from us too soon, as this child here most definitely has been. And know that the love of Suni was also taken and corrupted. And I will seek vengeance upon these that have taken your child and have bastardized the love of Suni.
That is it's a really powerful thing you're doing right there. Just for my sake, I'm curious, can you roll a persuasion at advantage for or it's not quite a performance.
It's the same for me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, do a
I
persuasion
rolled
at
a
advantage.
15.
Yeah.
Second roll is 15's best.
Okay. Yeah, with that, you definitely see their sobs, while they don't completely stop. They do seem to be a little bit less hysteric than they were. They're still just beside themselves, sad, but they do feel a lot more comforted now that you've said that. And several of the villagers that are around, they take note of how kindly you've treated these people. And you do see them kind of whispering amongst each other. And from what you can be able to catch, you get a few snippets of awe from all that's happened right here. You definitely think that
Nice.
you've made a positive impact on the village, and that it might come to your aid down the line.
I'm seeing video games where you have like an influence scale for
Mhm.
positive and negative.
Just to kind of pull back the DM screen a little bit and tell you how I run my games and the universe and things like this.
Mhm.
All of your actions, small or large, are going to have impacts on the world. I don't want you to think that any conversation is a throwaway conversation. It all has an impact on how the larger world is created. Video game wise, like Mass Effect is one of my favorite trilogies.
Yeah.
For that reason, because every conversation you make plays into the events of the next sets of games and things like that. And I love that aspect to it. So not only are your conversations going to be really important, but the decisions that you make, where you choose to go, and as a result, where you choose not to go, there's things that happen in the background based off of where you're at, what you're doing, what you're not doing. So
Every little grain of sand will add to the epic beach.
yes.
As it should. As it's only right.
And speaking
awesome.
of, what was it? Sand. They're talking about there's more trees in the forest than there are stars in the sky, something like that. And it's even more when you talk about grains of sand on the beach. Yeah. So that
Wow.
aside, you have made positive impacts with the villagers here, and they are speaking in hushed tones of awe and commiseration for these parents' loss right here. They do pick up their child and start to walk back towards the village. A small group of people accompanying them, trying to give them comfort and help. But you feel like the source of darkness in here has been taken care of. And actually, as you look at the tree, you can see a lot of the moss and stuff that had been growing on the trees has started to turn gray.
Nice.
So which direction are you wanting to go now?
Well, it was nightfall, right?
It's coming upon nightfall. The sun is setting. It's
Mhm.
late evening right now.
And we only have 7 minutes before Sig has to go.
I think
Mhm.
Well,
maybe,
before people start showing up here.
I think
Oh,
Hey, you know what? We tell them to roll initiative and we'll get them added
Yeah.
in too.
I like it.
that would be fun. I think we should sleep, like,
yeah,
can-
take a long rest.
yeah.
Yeah, go back
Okay.
to the tavern and you know, let the good people of the town. Do we get a name of the town?
Irreabor.
Irreabor. IREA.
Like the flower. I remember.
Ariabor, if you want.
Okay.
If we're gonna pronounce it in the the correct AE, Ariabor.
All right. Yeah, I think we should just head back to
Are we gonna
Ariabor
eat
and
in
go to
the
the
tavern or
tavern
the
and
inn? Because the inn was where the inn was owned by the mayor.
Yes,
Right.
the inn is owned by the mayor,
And the
and
mayor was the grandfather of Hall, who we're still, well, should we
who you're
still?
still you're still looking for, trying to find him.
Yeah, so maybe
well,
sleep in the-
I don't know about you, but I am pretty hungry again.
Okay, well, we could eat and then sleep.
Yeah,
And kind of thirsty.
And kind of thirsty, understandable. Yeah, you can definitely go over there back to the tavern. You make your way back down, and I'll go ahead and put us on
thank
back in
you.
the shops area.
Yeah.
You make your way back over to the tavern area as the sun is dipping low beyond the horizon. You can't see the sun anymore, but the sky is still lit for the next 10 15 minutes as dusk is settling into the town. You go in and there, Master Fitchweather looks over at you and he says, "Oh, well, welcome back to the what happened to you? Oh, good sirs, please take a seat and ma'ams, please come in and oh my goodness." He turns back and he yells into the kitchen for a fresh set of food and ale. We'll get you seen right quick. What has made you in this way?
Oh, never fear, Master Fitchweathers. We have found the blight of Ikikaka in the orchard and dispatched it.
What you mean? The orchard is it's gonna be all right now?
Yeah,
I
but
sensed.
sadly, a child. We found a dead child.
Oh,
Hal is still missing. We have things to do, but part of the work is done.
oh my goodness. I can't thank you enough for all of your help when it comes to this. That's so so sad to hear about the child out there.
Tragic.
I'm sure that we can be able to offer you all the thanks that we can and repay your kindness in turn. And Amara, you're standing closest to the door and you can be able to see out behind you. You do see a person kind of walking around the corner, heading towards the tavern itself. It's a rather large woman. who has some very bold facial features, some strong cheekbones, a very large jawline, long braided hair that goes down to their waist. And they're wearing armor that fits really well over their chest, and you can be able to see one arm in particular is completely covered in armor all the way down to some very intricate fingers, as they're walking towards the front of the tavern. You guys are all welcome to stay here and rest as long as you need. I don't know if you've made it over to the inn or not, but I've got 2 beds in the back room if you're needing to rest up for a little bit. I don't mind opening up my establishment for you if that's what it'll take.
Many thanks.
Well, I think we'll probably need 3 beds, but we can probably get at the inn.
I've got a blanket that I can roll up, and I've got a cot that we can probably pull out. Would that work for you?
I have my own bedroll, so if there's a cot, I can.
Certainly.
Okay. Well,
Who is this woman here? She looks so interesting.
he looks out the door as she's walking up, and that's Mukdoth. That's she's my bouncer.
Oh,
And she gets over and she peeks her head in. Yes, Mukdoth Nathacht. Very Klingon-esque name, if I do say so myself.
I was never good in Klingon.
I've been occasionally, I dabble in Klingon on my Duolingo app because it is on there.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's funny. You quoted Picard earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And earlier this week, about a week and a half ago, I just started watching
spoiler, I
Star
haven't seen
Trek
Picard yet.
Next Generation for the first time in my life.
I love Next Generation. I am so happy to hear you're doing that.
I never watched it as a child.
Okay.
Because I watched the regular Star Treks and I was like, they don't need a Next Generation. You know, I was
Yeah.
kind of that kind of snob.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I just started giving it a try, and I'm probably like 12-ish episodes in.
That's so good, man.
It's fun.
I'm jealous. Jordy and Data are probably 2 of my absolute favorite characters in the Star Trek universe across all.
They're
stuff.
fun.
Yeah, I like Data as well.
Data is. Do what?
But when I was younger, I was a real Star Wars fan, and back then you had the Star Wars, Star Trek battle.
I'm both.
Star Trek.
Yeah. I'm both as well. I saw something on Facebook that I rather liked. It talked about how Star Trek and Star Wars actually helped each other.
Yeah.
They're very symbiotic in their natures.
I could see that.
And yeah, they're like, the maker of Star Trek never wanted to make a movie until like they saw what Star Wars did, and all of a sudden they came out with the Star Trek movies.
Yep.
Like 10 years after it had been taken off the air.
Yep.
So it kind of like revived everything, and they just helped each other.
Well, and to Heather's question, I haven't started Picard yet. I've got the CBS All Access to do Picard, and I actually just bought the 4-disc set or the 5-disc set, whatever it is, of the TNG movies, because I'm going to watch all of the movies leading up to starting Picard. That way I am freshly caught up on the last thing of what happened. And
I wouldn't even know which order to watch those nowadays. It's been so long.
I've been asking some subject experts, and they say you watch all of the seasons and then you watch all of the movies.
Yeah.
The seasons are fantastic. The first few episodes, they're still trying to like figure out how they're going to have each of the characters and how Picard's going to be. I mean, my son's middle name is Riker.
Nice.
So
number 1.
Yeah, Logan Riker Nevius.
If today's song we were supposed to get a female dog.
Yeah.
But there were more males born. But if he was a female, his name would have been Bella.
There you go. That'd have been perfect.
But yeah, he was born a guy, so
yeah,
we had to think of something else.
Can't help how we're born.
Yeah.
Oh, nature.
But yeah, in the game right here, Macduff does walk up, and she takes her one armored hand and puts it up on the door and kind of leans in, looks around, and she looks over at Master Fitchweather and who are these folks here? Are they giving you trouble? No, Macduff. They are invited guests. They've been taking care of the orchard problem that we've had up there. Ah, so you three are the ones causing all the commotion in here, are you? She turns her hand around, and she ends up like going to one of the fingers and moves it for a second, and you see on the back part the armor opens up for a moment, and a mug comes out of it, and she turns around and grabs the mug, and then the back part of the armor closes, and she's like, go ahead and top me off there, Fitch.
Did we already have drinks? Because if we do, I'm toasting her.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I hear that there's cause for celebration then. If you're already doing rounds for them, why not give me a round as well?
Join us.
Definitely.
Beautiful lady.
And she
What,
kind of
what
looks
species
around.
is she?
She's a half orc.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Come
you can
sit with
see
us,
she's got
beauty.
really bold features.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got dark skin, not quite a dark elf texture, more like chocolatey.
Okay.
And rich. And her hair, like I said,
Mm.
it is braided really intricately. And now that you can see her up close, Amara, you can be able to see that she has like red ribbon kind of weaved into her braids as well that go down.
That ribbon is quite beautiful. I've never seen someone like you before.
And you are looking up at
Mhm.
her.
Yeah.
She is a towering like 6'8", which in meters is something. What is 6'8" in meters? That's like right about 2 meters tall.
6 is 180. Yeah, that's like 2 meters.
6'8" 2
People already
meters.
looking. I think it's like 198.
2.032 meters.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's
I will need to fly up there to offer the fairy greeting.
Yeah, you start flying up to approach her, and she just she puts one hand out and just puts it right on your chest for a second and holds you at arm's length. And she says, not so fast. No sudden movements around me.
She means well. She just wants to greet you.
Go ahead and both of you roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Persuasion.
Oh.
And I know it's 12:05 my
Hey.
time, so it's 2:05 your time.
I think I rolled.
Yeah, no. There
Yeah.
are people who are here. They haven't made it inside yet. There's
Okay.
a lot of cars parked outside. So
Nice. With a 10.
I think I rolled. Did it come through?
All right, and 4. Amara, Ilya, you're not really able to convince her all that much, but Amara, you somehow find a way into her good graces, and she says, "All right, just this once, honey." And you press the cheek again, or the leaf against her face, and she actually kind of she takes it and does a bow with it and touches it against your face as well in a very practiced manner.
Ooh, you know.
I'll come join you. And you all sit down at the table, and that's where we will end this session.
Okay.
nice.
Awesome.
With Muckdoth entering into the tavern to talk with you guys, and Master Fitch will allow you to use their room in the back to rest this evening, and you all level up.
All right.
And we take
Woot.
a, okay.
I
So
get paladin
it level up.
spells.
How do I do that in?
we will consider this to be a long
How do I do that
rest.
in D&D?
When you go to your character sheet, you click the little anvil on the top right that says go to builder.
Mhm.
And when you're in the builder, there's a spot for manage levels, and you can add levels. So it's under your class.
yeah.
You've got
Yeah, I
your
remember.
character level that's on there.
I made my character on my phone though.
I get
Yep.
divine smite.
So we will consider this to be a long rest. When we resume,
Gotcha.
we'll pick up
Low.
and we'll do our talking with Mukdoth, and we'll just go from there. All right, guys.
All right, thank you so
All
much.
right.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah,
This
this was
awesome.
fun. This was a good job. We'll be in touch. If we want, we can role play a little bit over the messenger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
as questions come up, reach out. And other times, just have fun.
Can I say this? I'm surprised the other people in the chat haven't gotten tired of us yet.
I know, right? It's good. It's good. But we'll need to do a recap for them as well, so that everyone can be brought up.
Yeah, at
Let-
some point, we should consider trying to stream on Twitch so that people can watch us if they want to.
Completely agreed. And both I've been playing around with that, and I know Yenny's been playing around with that too.
Yeah, but
I think for
but
when we
all
do
the
that,
video software is all 46-bit and I have a 32-bit computer, so.
True.
I could probably do it on my desktop at home. I can't do it with my laptop here.
Well, I'll
No
give you
worries.
all the logins because I made a separate Gmail account.
Cool.
I tried to make it like something like time to toss the dice or whatever, but they were all taken. And I
Yeah.
typed in Honeywood, and it was instantly accepted.
Nice.
So we have a group email that's iliahoneywood@gmail.com. But
Sweet.
I'll give you all the password, and you can also put the videos on YouTube if you want, and if
Okay.
everyone wants.
Okay.
Thank you,
Sounds good.
guys.
All right, guys. Have
Thank you.
fun. Enjoy your afternoons or your
Thank you,
evenings
you
or your
too.
nights and all the stuff.
Thank you, Timothy.
All of the stuff.
All right. See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.